Hey Pisces, we're going to try this again, my darlings. I loaded your video and then it was playing without sound. Universe is not being nice to me right now. I think Mercury retrograde is really affecting my phone. It's going haywire. Like to the point where I'm going to have to go spend some time at the cell phone store tomorrow and see if they can help me figure out what's going on with it. It's been turning off on me. It's been shutting off during recording, turning back on, turning itself on, and snapping pictures as it's laying on the table. Crazy stuff. So let's hope and pray it records with volume this time. I did a test run. Hoping for the best, guys. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's happening. This video is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This will be a general reading in the area of finances, career, personal life, as well as, obviously, Mercury retrograde and angel messages. If you're looking for a love reading, I do the love reading separately on my channel, and there's a link to the love videos in the description of this video. What's going on for our Pisces friends? Here's your Monday, Tuesday. Here's your Wednesday, Thursday. Here's your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And after we look at these cards, I will pull an angel message for you from a different deck. Okay, my lovelies. So here we have Temperance coming up for you in the Monday, Tuesday. All right, I'm going to move the camera up here just a little bit so you can see a little bit more. Temperance is a card about balance and about having reasonable expectations for yourself. Sometimes when I see the Temperance card come up, it's letting me know somebody is putting way too much pressure on themselves. And sometimes there's somebody who's kind of like in your ear trying to help you or trying to help you realize that there might be an easier way to go about things, or there might be a different way to do things, but you might be very much in this tunnel vision, like, no, I gotta do it this way, I gotta do it this way. And Temperance is asking you to be open to a different viewpoint, to be willing to compromise, and to be willing to go easy on yourself. You can't do everything all at once, can't do everything in a day. Sometimes you might be very frustrated and you're trying to make big things happen in too short period of a time. Okay, so like if you're gonna go out and you're gonna plant some tree in your yard, it's ridiculous to plant that seed and water it, go to bed, and then go out the next day and be really mad if you don't see a tree there the next day. Doesn't work that way. You have to let time go by. You have to be reasonable in your expectations. Okay, all you can do is do the work and let the needed time go by. All right, like that's to me the message with Temperance. That tree's not gonna grow any faster because you keep checking on it, or you keep watering it, or you keep giving it nutrients or whatever, you know, whatever it is. I don't know if you've seen Idiocracy. If you keep giving it Brondo, the electrolytes that plants crave, it's not gonna be that way. It's not gonna be that way. So you need to be realistic with your expectations, and you need to let time go by. You need to have a certain level of patience, right? It's not going to happen. Otherwise, you ruin things. Like, think about it. If you're somebody who cooks, or if you have any concept of cooking, imagine what would happen if you mixed cake mix with everything and you put it in the pan and you threw it in the oven and you thought, okay, I want this cake to like be done faster, so I'm going to turn the heat way up. You're going to have a mess. You're going to have it like burn on the outside. You're going to have it runny and icky on the inside. It doesn't work that way. Some things we can't make happen faster. We just need to do the work and let the time go by. And you may be in that phase right now, Pisces. You may need to learn to have trust and have faith that things will work out in the right time, and that all you need to do right now is keep one foot in front of the other and be willing to compromise, be willing to incorporate different ideas or different concepts, be willing to hear out the advice of someone who knows what they're doing, and just be balanced, have some balance, give yourself some credit here for how far you've come, and be willing to be open to things moving in a different way than maybe what your plan is. Maybe your plan is a little too rigid right now, and the universe is trying to show you, hey, how about we go down this path, because you know, your angels know it's going to be easier for you. All right, your Wednesday, Thursday card is Five of Pentacles. So 5 of Pentacles, you might be getting ready to leave a job. Somebody might be upsetting you. Somebody might be really giving you a hard time. It could be a living situation. 5 of Pentacles usually means that you're going out into some kind of unknown, okay? And it can feel very scary because it's uncertain. Sometimes you're leaving something without a safety net. An example for you could be someone who has waited way too long to quit a job because they kept saying maybe it'll get better, maybe it'll get better, and then something happens one day and they can't do it anymore and they walk out of the job. They just, for mental health reasons or whatever it may be. Sorry, I'm getting cold and I'm trying to put my jacket on here. For whatever it may be, it could be that they're coming into this time where like they can't do it anymore, and they're like, I have to leave. Or your doctor tells you, this job is killing you. You have to leave. That happened to me when I was working with lawyers, when I was in the legal field. My doctor was like, okay, you're not doing well right now. You got to quit your job. And I was like, but I have nothing else. And they're like, okay, well, but do you want to get better? Do you want to be healthy? Or do you want to keep working till you die from a stroke? So, that's kind of like what's happening here sometimes with 5 of Pentacles is the change comes before you were ready for it, or you're feeling like the universe is pushing you into a direction where you're going out into the unknown. Some of you might be taking some kind of a gamble or a risk on a new job. Maybe the job pays less money, but it's going to give you more time to be with your family, or it's going to give you more time to work on a business that you've been wanting to launch. And there could be uncertainty in that way. The pleasant thing about 5 of Pentacles, there's actually a very, very good side to 5 of Pentacles, and I like 5 of Pentacles. This journey that you go on into the unknown, you either have somebody in your life who's going to step up and really have your back and be this major support for you, and you all are going to become a lot closer and have a much stronger bond and see to getting to success together. Or as you're going through this process, it's connecting you with soul family. It's connecting you with people that like you for you, not because of what you're able to do for them. And you're coming into really strong connections, Pisces. So some of you might have been chasing after the paper really, really hard. And now you're like, okay, I'm going to find ways to do work that's more fulfilling for me, or I'm going to find a way not to neglect other areas of my life. So maybe as a result, the work situation needs to change. Some of you may be faced with that, and some of you are having this happen midweek. The interesting thing about it is that it's happening as we're getting closer to the full moon. And I know Pisces, most of you anyway, are very much moon sensitive. And so midweek, some of you are picking up the moon vibes, because we can pick them up 7 days before in some cases, usually some people 3, but sometimes up to 7. So you may be picking up that Libra energy. And this is what's interesting to me. I think you guys are going to have an early surprise. I'll talk more about the Libra full moon in next week's video, but it's going to be a doozy, because it's going to be energy that's opening up that for the next, a month or so after it, it's going to be bringing a lot of truth to the surface. A lot of truth will be coming to the surface on the political scale, or on a world scale, like with world news or world events. Corruption will be revealed. Some people may be outed to be people that aren't so great, and maybe we thought that they were really great people. Things like that are going to be happening on a bigger scale as we're in that Libra moon energy. Some of you are going to have an early surprise where that kind of energy is coming into your personal life, maybe even into your work life, where some truth is being revealed to you about a situation. You may find out that your company is doing something really shady and you don't want to be a part of it. Or you might find out that there's a coworker or there's a situation there where you just don't feel comfortable and you're like, I got to get out of here. Or you might be in a situation where It's just becoming very clear to you that your circumstances are changing, and you need to go in a different direction. Some truth, you all may be receiving some kind of a truth bomb, okay, early to midweek, that's causing you to go in a different direction. And it can be very scary. That's the thing with Five of Pentacles, because it's about being out into the unknown. You're not really too sure what's going to happen. You're not sure how things are going to pan out. You might have to be careful with your money, and you might have to make some financial sacrifices so you make sure that you're getting by okay. But it's temporary, because it's a journey taking you to something better, and you're having a really happy emotional connection, relationship connection in that process. Okay, you're coming into true connection without the fancy schmancy financial things that sometimes distract us or wow us. Okay, I hope that makes sense, Pisces. Coming into the end of the week for you, your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you all have 10 of Swords. You're ending something, Pisces. Oh, what happened? Please keep working for me, camera. I can't do this again. I can't record another video. So, you all have 10 of Swords coming up for you in the end of the week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So sure enough, as we're coming into that full moon energy, as is the custom of the full moon, you guys are releasing something. You're feeling the full moon energy before it happens. That's what this reading is telling me, okay? So you might also have a doozy of a week next week. The good news is, even though I'm saying it's a doozy of a week, it doesn't mean you have to panic. It doesn't mean that the world is falling apart. It just means that you're being shown the truth of what's not going to be good for you and what's not going to work for you. The writing's been on the wall for a while. Maybe you haven't been paying attention to it, and your angels and guides love you, and they're like, look, Pisces, we're not going to make you go through another tower moment. Not right now. But we're going to make it very clear to you that you need to go. And so as a result, we may have to show you the truth about a person or a situation that might make you uncomfortable, but you need to go in a different direction. It's time to get going. It's time to get moving. You're seeing someone's true colors. You're seeing the truth about something, and you're putting an end to it. 10 of Swords scares people. In this deck, it doesn't look as scary. I mean, obviously, it's a sad card, but usually when we see 10 of Swords, it's a person and there's like 10 swords stuck inside of them, and it looks really scary. But in my experience, anytime I've pulled 10 of Swords for myself or for one of my clients, it's been before a really great thing happening, and like you're ending some kind of cycle or some pattern. So maybe some of you have been really afraid to hurt people's feelings, or maybe some of you have put a lot of importance on money, where you will put up with all kinds of crappy treatment in a job because it's a paycheck and because you're afraid to rock the boat. Whatever it might be, you're overcoming that fear. You're overcoming that monster, and you're not going to be in that cycle anymore. You're walking away from it. You're putting an end to it. Some of you might be putting an end to something with addictions or substances. Some of you might be helping a friend who's trying to put an end to some addiction or some substance use. Sometimes 10 of Swords can be about the ending of an addiction, but overall, it's you're ending some cycle that has been impacting you negatively. So even though it's a big thing, and even though it's requiring you to be assertive or to take a stand that you may rather not take, you're having to take it, and then it's freeing you. It's releasing you from being stuck in a negative situation, or a situation that's been holding you back. Pisces, there's something very big happening here, because what I'm hearing is stability revealed, the truth about stability, and I'll explain what that means. The planet Uranus is in the sign of Taurus right now, and it's going to be making a lot of people think about stability in their life. And this cycle is going to be going the next 7 years. So things are going to be happening in the next few weeks that's completely and changing the lives of many people. It's restructuring their whole stability system, the way they do things, the way they work, the way they make money, the way they run their family, the way they live their life, the way they have their home life set up. A lot of that's changing for many people. So the things that you thought were stability, you're beginning to realize have really been in some ways entrapment or imprisonment. The things that you thought were giving you freedom are maybe making you live a lower quality of life, where you're in some kind of a servitude, or people have been, pulling the wool over your eyes, and you're seeing the truth. And you're changing the way that you do business. You're changing the way that you run your relationships. You're changing the way that you deal with other people. Overall, I feel there's a sense of coming into a sense of assertiveness for you, Pisces, which is good. You all need assertiveness. I mean, some of you, don't get me wrong, some of you have mastered it because life has taught you that you need to master it. Otherwise, you're going to get bulldozed over all the time. So a lot of you are strengthening that assertiveness. And those of you who haven't quite developed it yet, this is the week where it's coming in. Assertiveness is your word for the week, Pisces. Let's check out your angel message and see what's coming up there for you, for our lovely Pisces. Angel message for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of March 11 through the 17th. Inner temple. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. You're being asked to make an important decision, okay? And you're being guided to connect with your heart space, because in your heart you know what to do. Okay, your inner temple, your inner wisdom. Listen to yourself. Someone is trying to deceive you. Listen to yourself. And keep in mind, my dears, I'm not focusing on love life in this reading. Some of you might be like, oh, I know my partner's been, deceiving me, or I have a feeling, or oh, this person's been chasing after me and trying to get me to be with them, and I know they're lying to me. That might be going on, but it's not the only area of your life. Please, 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 please be open and look at ways in which other areas of your life people might be deceiving you. For some of you, it could be family that's taking advantage of you in some way, or making you feel like you should drop everything to be there for them. Or it could be a work situation of an employer who's being very dishonest with you. It could be a friend. It could be a friend who maybe is acting like they're trying to help you, but they're stirring up trouble in some way. Overall, I feel whatever the situation is, this is someone who's seeing you as very sweet and very naive, and like they're going to be able to get away with whatever they need to get away with you. They're going to be able to get you to give and give and give and give. So something might not feel right. Listen to that inner guidance, okay? You have a very strong intuition, and your angels and guides are asking you not to ignore your intuition. Connect to that inner temple. Be with that inner temple. Some of you might also really be drawn to get more involved in spiritual pursuits. Some of you, this is the week you're getting serious about signing up for some kind of workshop or training with spiritual healing, or tarot reading, or learning about holistic medicine and herbs, or learning about crystals, or whatever it might mean. Some of you are really connecting with that sense of spiritual self, okay? But you're coming into the heart space, and you're finding ways to work and to make money that honor you, instead of working against yourself and working against your true nature for a paycheck, being in a life of servitude. Now, there's going to be a transition. We did see 5 of Pentacles. There will be a transition. It doesn't mean that you're just going to be able to walk into your job and say, hey, boss, I quit. I'm going to go and do tarot readings for the rest of my life. You're going to have a plan B. I mean, you're going to have to either have another part-time job, or you're going to have to be working DoorDash or Uber or Lyft or something while you're building your tarot business, unless you have someone who's like, hey, I'll support you and I'll take care of you financially while you get that going. But many of us aren't that lucky. I know I wasn't. So definitely there's going to be transition here. There's going to be transition here. But if you listen to your guidance, a lot of you are just realizing it's time to change things up. It's time to do things a different way. And a lot of you are making changes that are going to give you a sustainable life where you are able to have stability, where you are able to have a happy home life, family life, a comfortable financial situation, but also be doing the kind of work that is meaningful to you. Okay, it's not just busy work. And also learning to be assertive and to stand up for yourself. I just feel someone is going to be pushing your buttons in some way, or doing some kind of like really praising you and then putting you down, and then really praising you and putting you down. A lot of companies do that. Oh my God, I can tell you. I mean, I worked in the corporate world or semi-corporate world for a long time, and a lot of places will do that. They'll make you feel like you're the worst employee in the world, so you feel really bad and you start really, really trying to do better, and then they'll just like love bomb you and they'll praise you and like you're doing so amazing, and then when they think that you're getting too big of a head, they come in and they tear you down again, and then that way you're too scared to look or go somewhere else, and you work even harder. It's a terrible, terrible thing. So a lot of you are waking up to that, and you're getting smarter about that, and you're like, no, I don't want to feel this way, and I don't deserve to feel this way. And you're connecting with that inner temple. You're connecting with your higher self. You're connecting with God, with universe, and you're like, I want to live a life of love, and I want to live a life of purpose, right? And for some of you, even of service, in a divine service or in a cosmic service or in a universal service, not, servitude to a company or a place that's burning you out. All right, my dears, be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos too, because some weeks those are going to resonate with you more than others. And also it's going to bring in more information for you depending on your birth chart. Not every single Pisces is going through the same exact thing at the same exact time in the same exact way. There's going to be variations. So if you check out your moon sign and rising sign videos, it's going to give you more about your personal variations, like the ways that are more in person to you, like personal to you. You might need a private reading, which I'm happy to do, guys, but my private readings are booked out until May. I know it sounds like forever from now, but it really isn't, because March is almost halfway gone. I'm not doing emergency readings at this time. I'm very sorry, guys. I've tried really hard to get everybody in that wants to get in for a reading. I love you guys. I appreciate you coming to me and booking readings. I mean, that allows me to keep making free YouTube videos. And I really, really do appreciate you. And I've been wanting to get everybody in, but I can't do the emergency readings. It's too full. I mean, I've hired someone to help me, and she's amazing. She's wonderful, but she's got to work. She's got to pay her bills. She's got to deal with, like, being married and living her life. I can't afford to pay her full time to do messages and calendaring. The person I hired to help me, because I was backed up, my help is backed up, and I can't, I can't give her more hours. I would love to, but I can't. I would love to one day be in that position where I can pay somebody a wage where they can, like, live their life and pay their bills and help me all day. I'm not there yet, so hopefully one day, if I do get there, then I can get more people in. But I'm only one person, and there's many of you, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you, and I'm working as fast as I can. But I will let you know if anything changes. I do have special times set aside for my Patreon people, because they support me, they help me, they're consistent, and so my Patreon people, you guys are not going to be on the waiting list. You know how to schedule your Patreon readings. But other than that, there is a wait list until May, and again, I will go as fast as I can. I thank you so much, guys, for watching, sharing, commenting, liking. I am going to do a weekly pick a card for you guys, because it's a little bit more personal than the general reading. You're gravitating to the message that is speaking most to your energy, so that's a nice little thing to have if you can't have a personal reading right away. And I'm going to be doing daily spirit messages, angel messages. I'm going to hop on YouTube. I'm going to try to do them live if YouTube Live cooperates with me and doesn't kick me off or doesn't act weird. And they won't be very long. They'll be short, but I'll do an angel message for my YouTube family, for everybody who is here on the Amethyst Angellight YouTube channel, for those of us who've come here together and we're in the similar energy. It'll be a message for us, okay? I'm still going to do the daily pick a card readings and the daily card of the day on my social media, but it will be a different card. It'll be a different message. My YouTube people will get a special message just for them. All right, my lovelies. So I will see you on the dailies. Thank you so much.